Coming up on News in Depth, Bar Jagdu is free to run for a third term as president. Man dies in fire, and parking meter protests continued in the city. News in Depth begins now. With tonight's edition of News in Depth, I'm Eva Wharton. Thanks for joining us. First up, back in the running, opposition leader Bar Jagdu eligible to run for president for a third term. The appeal court today upheld a High Court third-term ruling of former Chief Justice Ian Chang, paving the way for former President Bar Jagdu to run for president for a third term. But not so fast, since the government of Ghana has signaled its intention to appeal that decision.
You're seeing it's a divided court. It wasn't unanimous, and I believe that we have good grounds to go to the CCJ to get them. It's important that these things are finally resolved.
Well, the court has delivered its decision. It's a split decision between two judges against one. And we remain confident in the arguments we submitted, and we will most likely be filing an appeal to the CCJ. Within the time period permitted, 30 days.
Attorney General Basil Williams representing the state and Attorney-at-Law Roysdale Ford representing the Speaker of the National Assembly. Attorney-at-Law Sean Allicock for the respondent said he's confident that their arguments will hold up when the matter is appealed at the level of the Caribbean Court of Justice.
Be here if we didn't think that it was something that was winnable. And it's look, the people of Guyana are deserving of the courts here in this matter deliberating on it and the thoughts of all of you involved in it. This is not a situation where Sean Allicock or some citizen or one single citizen decides. It's everybody's interest.
3 justices sat on the bench to hand down the decision. Acting Chancellor Carl Singh and B.S. Roy both agreed with the decision, with Acting Chief Justice Yonet Cummings having a different interpretation of the law. Justice Singh said the act is unconstitutional and has no legal effect. He further states that Parliament needed to have a referendum to change the Constitution, while B.S. Roy offered no explanation. Justice Cummings, in her dissenting opinion, said that Parliament acted correctly and there was no need for a referendum, as she said the people gave Parliament the power to act on their behalf. She also made reference to amendments to the Constitution which paved the way for the establishment of several commissions, among them the Ethnic Relations Commission. Last year, former Chief Justice Acting Ian Chang ruled that a referendum was needed to amend the Constitution and not just a simple 2/3 majority in the National Assembly. Under the former People's Progressive Party government, the Constitution was amended in 2000 to institute a 2-term limit for a president. More news on the other side of this break.
Hey, looky there. Let me go techie boots.
Boots? No, man, I ain't gonna get locked up thief in them big stinky 30-second boots. Plus, it can be more cheaper online. And then got my favorite color, pink. Let me go along.
Online shopping. Cheaper, faster, better. Passback.
A man's beer.
Welcome back. A man lost his life in a fire at Temeri.
A 54-year-old man and father of 6 perished in a fire at Temeri this morning, which completely gutted his house. That is Adam Shaw. There are reports that the man may have set the house on fire and locked himself in. His son told reporters that when he came to the house, the building was on fire and he asked his father for the keys to free him from the flames, but he refused.
Key in the middle finger. So I tell you that he give me the key, I take care of the house. He hold on for me and he take a while for lose the key and give me. By the time I get the key, I can't take care of the building.
But don't know nobody say how this fire started. He's cook or something by himself.
Yeah, he's cook, but he's alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah. According to certain people, is like, he tell him you come and burn this building down.
Y'all got problems also, y'all and
No, he got no problem like problems with it. He just catch fits and when he want things and he can't get it, that's how he just behave.
The emotional young man said his father was a heavy drinker and loves having things his own way.
The old man walking there, he's asleep in there, man. I just give you there for stay and them things. I get a call from my sister-in-law that the place light up a fire, this all. And I come this way, I ask for the key to take you out of the building. He hold on for me hand and give me the key. And he do give me the key, I can't take you out. He put back himself and he throw himself on the ground and this.
nobody tell you how the fire started.
No, nobody tell me that.
The dead man's father, Raymond Shaw, said his wife woke him, informing him about the fire.
And we discovered the whole building actually was in flame. We couldn't get near to the building. You know, my son, last son, was in the building all by himself. You know, he sleep there. You know, so we don't know exactly what happened. But the house.
The police and Guyana Fire Service are currently conducting their investigation to ascertain the origin of the fire.
Your family will love new Abbey butter spread.
Thank you, Mommy.
A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol, Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abbey is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson Windows and Doors, engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Buy 10 windows and get one 24x16 bathroom window absolutely free. No tricks, no gimmicks, and no hidden fees. Prices starting from $13.5 VAT inclusive. So visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 New Eccles Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street and save big on UPVC or aluminum windows. To order now, call 622-4197 or 226-1292.
The parking meter protest continued in the city.
Former High Court Judge Justice Jainarain Singh said City Hall and Smart City Solutions should be charged with contempt of court for defying the laws of Guyana. Singh was on the picket line this afternoon in front of City Hall with citizens who are against the installation of parking meters in the city. He said he decided to join after seeing what he calls a total disregard for the rule of law.
What I would say to them is if they appear before me, I'd lock them up because they're in contempt of court. Contempt of an order made against them. And they are in grave conflagration of that order, willfully. Willfully. Therefore, it's not as though they don't know about the order. They were present when the order was made. Therefore, they are willingly and willfully in breach of that order.
Singh said there is a way out of the controversy City Hall has found itself in.
And the way out is very simple. They will withdraw what they have now and the prices they have ordered the Guyanese people to pay and settle on a lower price which will be negotiated by the people of Guyana with them.
Meanwhile, scores of persons came out in front of City Hall in another protest.
That's a wrap for this edition of News in Depth. Thanks for joining us, and we wish you a happy Mashramani.